There we go. We are good and live.
What the fuck is up, every pony?
All right, so interesting times are ahead, as they. I believe you guys were able to successfully work your way into the Ruminants underground. You battled your way through strange devices and come out the other side, maybe only slightly glowing. But excuse me, Bill, and you're in the. You just got back. You were obviously resting and getting ready to potentially go and poke contacts, get information, and meet with the council, ready to discuss matters of war and human armies.
Yes, and we had set some plans in place. So we did originally plan to go to Princess Illuminant's library to copy down everything we need and pay the 25 gold. But I can't remember why that's not going to be able to happen until the following day. And Ember also ran off with Milk Thistle's half of the documents back to her thieves' lair.
Yeah.
I believe everybody else made their way to the temple.
That's where Milk Thistle currently is.
Yes. Looks like everybody else is, and it looks like people are still fairly hurt as well.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask if this was a new day, or are we starting or is this the night before?
This is kind of the night before, because I believe something she wants to do with her Thieves Guild's little buddies.
All right, well then I will use my last lay on Who's to heal Burn, because he's the most hurt.
Okay.
And Barnes said that we can sell the magical artifact. So I guess we could go to the magical store and sell it now.
That's right. Yeah, Milk Thistle sold the helmet for 1,200 gold, and Nightshine was there as well at absolutely everything.
Yeah. The stapler.
Yeah.
So he looks at this curiously, and he's a little bit baffled about what it is, what its function may be. I'm guessing you would probably show him with that push down a bit of metal and stuff like that. He does ask more questions and to try and obviously get a better idea about where you found it and that sort of thing.
Ancient technology.
He begins to cast a spell upon it. He casts his spell, and then he frowns at it even more. He says to you that he won't be interested in it, but he can have an ask around and see if he can find anybody who might be. He does warn you, though, given the impending army invasion, it's not likely anyone's going to be buying relics or artifacts or anything like that at this point in time. So you probably won't be able to shift it until after the whole human army thing's dealt with, unless you try and sell it out of city.
I think he can keep it.
So you're gonna leave the staple with him to see if you can try and sell it then? Is that what you're saying?
By me, yes.
Okay. Milkfish was the only other person with you.
He's probably having tea right now.
You're quite correct.
Not quite. Milk Thistle is just waiting on Nightshine to do his business so they can walk back together.
Hmm.
All right. So, given that there's no objection from that, you pass him the artifact that will be named Stapler, and he's going to be looking into bios for the group. Alright, so I've just made
Turns out it's the weapon that the bad guy needs, and then he dooms us all.
That's fine by me. Maybe we need to do this to get to a real ending.
This is how Lavos escapes.
All right. And then with that, unless there's anything Milk Thistle wants to sell, then I believe that's it at absolutely everything.
Yes, the only other thing that happened at the end of last session is Milk Thistle would speak privately with the head temple guy at the Nightmares Temple.
Yes.
Night something.
I did put his name on the thing. I thought I put his name on the temple's list.
All you clergymen are the same.
Cities, filter town. I think it takes forever to load. Oh, I don't think I've given him a name yet.
I think you did.
Yeah, we did. I remember it being highlighted in a box. Here we go. Head priest of the Nightmare Temple, Midnight Vision.
Oh, okay.
That was posted back on April 17th.
All right, I clearly did not add that to my notes, which is bad me. All right, so all right, what we'll do is we'll do Lightning's bit first, as she is likely to come back, as your meeting with him probably will happen a lot later on in the at night, because I think he's best time to get him is just after evening prayer.
Good to go.
All right, Lightning.
Yeah.
So, you are heading to your thieves' friends.
Yes. She is going to ask around to see if anyone has any skill on this kind of technology.
On what's on the type of stuff that you've discovered.
Yeah, on the ruminant stuff.
Okay. Roll me diplomacy,
Diplomacy.
because you're asking around.
A good old diplomacy roll. Damn.
That is quite a diplomatic role.
Most people say they have no idea what you're on about. So you spend a little while, and you pretty much got to the point where you've asked all of the major people who you could speak to, and they pretty much have gone. They've got no idea what it is or what you're trying to identify. And then, so you got to the point where you're pretty sure that maybe it's not possible for anyone down here to knows anything about this. But you do have one pony who will approach you directly that states that they know of this and are more than happy to help you for a fee.
Oh, what's your price?
He wants to know a little bit more about what sort of things he's going to be required to do so he can give you an accurate price.
I want you to figure out what the fuck this thing is that you get hold of the glasses. Or the little heads-up display majiggy.
He has a look at it.
She explained what it did to her as well.
He will go. He can look into it for you for 100 gold, but you would have to leave him with the item.
Yeah, sure. Hang on, where can I find you?
Sorry?
When I yeah.
What was that, Lightning? I didn't hear you.
Where can I find you when I need you? Just so I know you don't, skip out on me.
Would there be a best place for meeting up?
Opal's Tavern?
I know of the place.
Alright then, let's meet there then. When do you want to?
All right. Well, just pass me the item and the gold, and I will get to work.
I need a guarantee as well.
Right. Like what sort of guarantee?
So I know you won't just take the item, sell it, and run off with the money.
What do you want?
Well, Uh, she thinks to herself, I could take something valuable to you as a sort of proxy so you don't run off with my little special thing there.
He sort of looks at you and he sort of looks at you and then sort of goes digging through his bag for a few moments. Then he pulls out. See, he has to sort of, he's clearly moving stuff around, and then he pulls out. He pulls out a cube. Let me just make sure I get the description that's right. I'm pretty sure they're items. No, it's not. Okay, so he basically pulls out a wooden sort of cube that has numerous different sort of pegs and various things, and they sort of move in different ways. And he goes, well, I keep one of my more valuable items inside this little puzzle box.
I see. Alright then. What's in the box?
Well, that's for me to know, and as it's my valuable item.
Alright. When will you be done?
He has a look at the device in your hooves and goes, it looks complicated. It might take me some time to work it out.
Can I get a rough estimate?
He sort of he sort of sucks through his teeth a little bit. I think about, I would say about 3 days.
Alright, 3 days. I'll meet at Opal's Tavern, and if you're not there, I will come find you.
Fair enough.
As she hands over the item and 100 gold and takes his little puzzle box.
In before Pinhead.
I was about to ask that.
Oh,
If I get a name?
A name? Oh, my name, he gives with a slight chuckle. Sure. Yeah, I know. He goes, well, most people just call me Jade, but I go by Jade Road.
Is he lying?
Is he a gem pony?
No, he's not a gem pony.
Okay.
He's
that's
earthbound. Okay. Do you get any bonuses for your sense motive stuff?
No.
Some miscellaneous. Okay, it's just for your diplomacy. Okay, so you go to the point where you're almost about to hand it over to him, and then suddenly something twigs in your brain, and you sort of scrutinize him a bit more, and you're pretty sure that he's been bullshitting you the entire time.
Right. We're using our fake names, I see. Oh, we're using our fake names. Oh.
Well, don't we all down here?
You little rascal, you. Just gives him a fucking knock on the shoulder before putting it back in her bag.
He sort of then looks and sort of goes, "Oh well, better not next time."
Dick.
And he will just walk off.
Fucking almost, Jesus. This is my gold. My platinum. No. Fucking stupid bastard. You know what? I'm just gonna go set up a get up a fucking way to get to that damn ship.
All right. So with that proving fruitless, what do you plan to do next, Lightning? Are you just heading home? Do anything else in the Thieves Guild? Go to find Alex?
Lightning sighs and goes to find Alex. If she's gonna go to the ship, she at least wants to bring him along. She assumes he'll be at the temple.
It's a good bet.
That's where everyone is. That's when everyone always goes.
Temple or Opal's Tavern is probably the two best places to place your bets.
Yeah, she'll head to the temple first, because Alexandrite's a paladin, and paladins love temples.
It's true, they do.
So with that, you will head back.
Almost as if I was raised by a temple.
I know.
My God.
With that over, obviously we've got Milk wanting to speak with his head of his temple. Knight, was there anything you wanted to do?
Drink.
Drink. That is perfectly acceptable.
I was going to say, did you need to ask?
Yeah, I should have guessed. All right, Milk then. After your evening prayers, you will be able to meet with the head priest. If you wanted it in private, they will be able to sort out a room. If you don't mind just to discussing it out in the cathedral, then he will speak to you out on the floor.
It would be in private, and if you recall, the last session we played, we stayed for about an extra 20 minutes or so and kind of role-played this out.
Yeah.
But Teal Deer, Milk Thistle confided in Midnight, saying that he's having difficulty reasoning with Lightning. She decided to keep the other half of the documents that he intended to hand over to the temple, and he's unsure if she's trustworthy anymore. But he does go ahead and show him the paperwork and the schematics and graphs and the tools. But he is going to hold on to them until they're copied at Princess Luminance's library, and then he'll return at least the half that he does have control of in the morning. And we were also going to set up a private meeting between Ember, Lightning, and Midnight to see if we could have a sit down with her and reason with her a bit better.
Yeah. Cool. You remembered that was the main thing, because I did recall our meeting. I was just that is fine. Okay, so he's happy for you to obviously bring Lightning along to a meeting. He's happy to do it earlier if it's required to do so. But to basically one of the other clergy in the temple know, and it will be organised when the meeting will be.
Awesome. And of course, Milk Thistle does turn over all of his documents recording the day-by-day events that they've encountered, so he's fully up to speed on what's going on.
He'll probably spend the rest of the evening just going through and having a read of those.
And before he leaves, Milk Thistle does ask if the Nightmare spies have revealed anything about the army.
He says that a number of spies have been sent. All he knows is that not all of them returned, and limited information seems to have seeped through from the council itself. They're not sure what at the moment is rumours and what isn't rumours. But what they believe is they seem to be prepared for Fey creatures. Well, they're prepared to deal with variations and skills. There is definitely spellcasters among their ranks. To what degree, they're not sure. Their numbers, they believe, consist in the thousands, but not all of them are combatants. There are non-combatants with them as well. But the exact percentage and breakup of numbers, they're not sure on. But it does seem that one of the those that did return seem to be more loyal directly to the council rather than any other branches.
Did they reveal what the non-combatant roles are?
They would be things like those that would support an army on march, be it those who can feed them, those that will obviously take down equipment when they start moving out, provide medical assistance. They might be blacksmiths to repair the sort of all the variations of things what an army might require as they are on campaign.
Has the army set up a supply train from their territories into ours?
That they do not know yet.
Okay.
All they do know is, based on the dates, the army probably has reached Turves by now.
What's the name of the city?
Turves.
How do you spell that?
That is Turves.
Turves.
He states that it is not a city. It is merely. It is barely a village, but it seems to have served important landmark throughout time. Yet has never grown.
And one final question for now. Does the army appear to have mothers and children with it as though they intend to colonize these territories?
That he does not know.
Okay.
There was not indications of children, potentially women, but he's not sure. But given the fact that Ponykind's own military was made up of women, and women are more the sort of more dominant sex in Ponykind, it's not surprising for them anyway.
All right. Milk Thistle will bow to Midnight, and he says, "If I hear word from Lightning that she's willing to meet with us, I'll inform you."
Gives a nod. He does know. I understand that your meeting should be happening tomorrow. Should anything become prudent, will be interesting to hear.
I'll inform you right away.
But it is likely that the council will begin to share information, as I believe the spies have not long returned. He will he will say, "May the darkness watch over you."
Milk Thistle will bow, thank him, and then go about his business.
All right. Unless anybody wants to do anything major, you guys can all consider having a good night's rest.
Okay.
Does lightning?
Oh, sorry, what's that?
Does lightning find Alexandra?
Yeah, I mean he'll be fairly easy to find. He probably, you know him quite well. He's probably going to be in the Sun Queen's temple, if anywhere.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
I was thinking
About.
the flux planar recall suspension drive.
Mm-hmm.
I was under the impression that this was kind of a thing we were rushing to get dealt with, and now we're fucking about in Villager Town again.
Well,
So,
sorry, you go ahead.
so would you like to come with me quickly to just go get it to her and come back before someone complains? Not naming names.
It's going to be a few days travel between here and where we were.
It's fine. It'll probably take a few days for the ship to get fixed. So, in all honesty, the faster we do it, the better.
I do not like the idea of us splitting ourselves, but we could do multiple jobs at once this way.
Exactly. It's not even that far from Villager Town, so we won't have much of a problem. We don't even need to tell anyone. We'll be in and out. Or out and in.
Mhm.
I'm saying this because I know exactly almost everyone else is going to be completely against this idea. Except you, because you love me, don't you?
You know I love you.
So come on, let's do it.
All right, but we should
You're
leave
the best
a
of everyone.
note. We should leave a note or something just so everyone knows that we're not kidnapped or anything like that.
Indeed. We'll leave a note. No one will have to talk to anyone.
When do you guys plan to try and run away?
Right now, if you want to, we can take the mule.
I will point out that you have already been force marching yourself today.
We'll rest and we'll go in the morning. How's that sound, Alexandra?
All right, first thing.
Indeed. We'll leave a note outside Milk Thistle's room. Alright. And now we shall rest.
All right. So, the next morning will come.
Lightning will leave a note by Milk Thistle.
Everybody will regain HP based on their level. And Nightshine, how much did you have to drink?
Just enough.
To get completely
He
shit-faced.
drank
Just
the
enough
right.
for what?
Just enough to fill that hole in my soul.
Yeah.
How big
How
is the
many-
hole?
How many jigs of vodka did you drink last night?
I don't know.
You don't know, you blacked out.
I mean, would you get to the point where you would black out, or
No.
would you get to the point?
I was being social drinker.
Social drink. Okay, so I will make you get to stage 1 of drunkenness. Okay, so okay. In the morning, I require you to make me a fortitude save.
Ooh.
Ooh, 11. Okay. All right. Take 1 point of strength damage and 1 point of con drain.
Boo.
When you wake up in the morning, you will find not much, but a little bit of your mane has come out. Not, you can't notice it, but you notice there seems to be more hair in the bed than there should be.
Oh, you're going bald!
Oh no!
Oh, he's radiate. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is fucked.
Oh well.
Oh, this is bad.
Also, I did finish reading that book.
I believe I told you all of the information because I believe I was expecting you to read it from last time.
You did.
So that stuff you know.
Yay. I'm going to the temple now.
All right. So other than that, Alexandrite and Lightning.
Mhm.
Lightning is hitting the mule.
So your master plans.
Yeah. Let's head out, Alexander. I've left a note by Milk Thistle's door, and as delicately putting it, we're fucking off to
Which door did you leave it next to? Because,
Milk Thistle.
do you know where he sleeps?
Could we say she was spying on him when he went to do his midnight ritual?
There's not
Could I roll
really.
stealth?
I was gonna say you could just leave it with one of the
check.
priests and say give it to him when he wakes up.
Actually, yeah, I'll give it to Opal and say, hey, could you give this to Milk Thistle when he comes by?
Opal will happily pass on the note for you when you see. When he sees him.
So then it will say Alexandra and I have gone off to give the planar recall suspension drive to what's her face.
And handle business
Okay.
here.
Actually, yeah, she would put it. We've gone to give the thingamybobber to the other thingamybobber.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what she put.
Oh, in the note. Okay. Well, Opal's not going to read it, so.
Yeah.
I am trying to stifle my laughter, but this is so stupid. I want to see where it goes, though.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm
People
going
are so
to
afraid
just.
of splitting the party, but that's just because of.
I'm going to grab Alex and Lightning and place them on the world map.
Yeah.
Lightning Day. So you're both on there.
Oh yeah, I think you can like drag individual people onto different maps.
Yep. So you guys are here. So you can travel 4 hex. This is going to be an idea of where in a single day you can travel 4 hexes. Going by a road will increase the length of time, how far you can go in any given day.
So we can follow this road and then we can loop up here.
I was gonna say we could follow this road and
That is true.
get-
We could also follow this road. It
yeah,
probably
there's more road that way. So.
Yeah, true.
So move your 4 hexes so I know what 4 hexes you're planning on taking, and I tell you how many extra hexes you can move because of your road travel.
You want me to move us?
Sure. I imagine you have the.
Oh, that goes up.
Though we have the train tracks.
Just beeline for the ship.
You'll be able to travel 1 additional hex because of you being on the road. I need one of you to make a survival check not to become lost.
Huh? Oh, well, I have the wayfinder still, so. And I believe Lightning has the maps.
I don't believe there is a map. At least not one you can use to navigate.
The old map. Shit. Not to become lost. That's annoying. I mean, we're on a plane. That shouldn't be too hard to get your bearings. It's not like it's a forest.
No,
Don't forget you do have hero points.
Wait, what?
I was gonna say don't forget you have hero points. If you need to add to that or.
I mean, it's been 1 day and we're halfway there, so if it does mess up, then I know to use a hero point next time, right? So yeah. So that's our day?
Okay, roll me a 1d100.
Oh boy.
Because you're going out in the wilderness. It's dangerous out there.
71.
Okay.
That's a good thing, I hope.
No horror happens to you that you're aware of.
All right, I'm going to quickly do my lay on who's on myself before we go to bed, so then I'll be
That's fine,
fully
fine.
recharged.
Ah, no forced marching, I see.
I mean, if you want to force march, we can.
No, because we both know I'll fail.
All right. You two have disappeared into the wilderness. We will see if anything different happens based on when the party works out. So, back at those who are in town, which is Milkthistle and Nightshine. Nightshine, I assume you're probably sleeping over a mild hangover. And also mild illness.
I feel bad.
So Milkthistle, we will jump to you first thing in the morning.
Milkthistle is going to remember that he should have cast a specific spell the night before, so he's going to do that now when he wakes up. What time of day is it? Important question.
It will be early morning. I would have thought, because you do late night rituals, you wouldn't necessarily be up with the sunrise, because that's more of a sun deity type of thing. But
Okay, so
you would
sunlight.
still be up when things start getting active.
All right, so sunlight's like piercing through the windows and hits me in the eyeballs, kind of thing.
You've got it.
Okay. All right, Milkthistle is gonna roll that sweet wisdom check. Yay! That's twice in a row it's worked. I like this.
Huzzah.
Okay. So you call wisdom, the sky, guidance, something. World more often, what remains mysterious. And the GM provides you with some obscure but useful piece of advice that will apply to your character within the next 24 hours. Bit of wisdom.
No fortune cookie wisdom this time. I made the check.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think of what might be shared, which will be useful within the next 24 hours. There's a fair few bits I think which could be shared with you.
Milkthistle's mind would be heavily weighed down with the council meeting because he's completely aware at this moment that our paladin and rogue have decided to leave.
You probably wouldn't know straight away. Not once you've done this. But yeah, I'm just trying to think, because it'd be more coming from your deity, so it'd be what they consider important.
True.
On that. So I'm just trying to think of the grand scheme of things and what's going on, where would go.
It may be completely unrelated to either one. Also, Alexandrite, it's nightmare, not nightmare.
No, sorry.
I feel like this blasphemy was done on purpose.
No, that was just dyslexia.
How dare you? Your dyslexic brain has dishonored my fictitious god.
Milk. What we're going to go with milk? It's going to be with that. Okay. Got it. bear with me. There's just so much that could potentially go. I'm just trying to think of what's the best way to word this.
I trust in the GM's wisdom.
Yeah. I started typing something out and I'm like, no, that sounds rubbish. I don't think it will help. So I'm just trying to think
Two of the party have challenged God itself.
Darn it, Milk Thistle. I have 50 pieces of useless wisdom on a list I could use at any moment. Why did you have to make me work this time?
Oh no, wrong spelling. Right spelling. Well, my dyslexia's kicking. There we go.
Also, can the GM see the whispers that players do back and forth to each other?
Nope.
No,
They can see the
GM
stream.
Yes, the stream would, if it's between Nightshine, I would be able to see if I look at the stream. But, I don't normally because my internet is not the best. So I'd have to watch back.
I'm actually surprised that that's not a thing. Like, I think the GM would be the one who would want to know about whispers going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Let's... Yeah. With this revelation coming to Milk Thistle, he's confused because he's fully aware that his entire party is in the city right now. So why would we not be able to show unity? So he's going to be very precautious as he leaves his room. And the first thing he's going to do is he's going to attempt to find Alexandrite. He should be in the temple.
He should be. You probably spend a bit of time, and even you're probably vaguely aware of some of the clerics who you could ask to try and get some help. They would say they've seen him this morning, but they haven't seen him since sunrise.
Well, he would have done his naked ritual basking in the sun at sunrise.
Yeah, that was the last time he was seen. And then since then, hasn't been since.
Okay. Was lightning with him?
Yes.
All right, they couldn't have gone far.
Where do you plan to head, Milk Thistle? You probably would know where Nightshine is, because
There's a trail of hair leading to him.
I would go to the temple to try to meet him.
yeah. Oh, well, fair enough. Then there's the likelihood he would show up probably at the temple soon after you finish trying to find Alexandrite. Finish trying to find Alexandrite and lightning.
Hello.
Before you left Nightshine, Opal would have turned around and said to you that when you see Milk Thistle, tell him I have something for him.
Do you want me to give it to him?
He looks at it and goes, I was asked to. No, Opal is a female. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
She'll go, oh no, I was told to give it to him directly, so I'll keep hold of it for the moment.
Okay. Sorry for
Way to
the
go,
hair.
Opal. Buy us time.
What'd you say?
It's staying unsure.
Sorry for the hair on the ground.
It would only have been in the bed. It wouldn't have been anywhere else.
Oh, good.
You-
It's
you-
not
you're
super
leaving-
cancer.
No, you're not that bad yet. You just lost a little bit.
All right. Does Nightshine
Alright.
make it to the temple?
Yes, it does.
All right. Milk Thistle is out in the courtyard, looking around. He's clearly searching for someone, and he notices Nightshine. Casually walks up to him. Good morning.
Hello. I have a headache.
Are you feeling all right?
Am I? No, I'm not. I'm not feeling terrible.
Milk Thistle checks your temperature, looks in your eyeballs, inside your ears, trying to see if you're sick.
I mean, he's definitely suffering from. You're pretty sure that he might be suffering a minor bit of weakness, and he's definitely not looking at the best of conditions. He's healthy, but there's obviously clearly something affected. It's very minor as far as you can tell.
Whatever that purple stuff was, it's clearly affecting you in some way I'm unfamiliar with.
Oh, it's snake oil.
What kind of oil?
Snake oil.
Snake oil. You mean the junk that traveling merchants sell to steal people's money?
No. This is one special snake.
What kind of snake?
You may have heard of him. He's the most popular snake. APAP.
The chaotic god.
Yes,
How did you learn this?
from the book.
Show me.
I show you.
It's one of the books that you pulled from the ruminant lab.
And I immediately realize you cannot read ruminants.
But you can like read the text out to me.
I can give a rough translation.
Okay, what is the translation?
They were milking APAP to make fuel, and they named the fuel snake oil because he's a snake.
Is this contagious?
I don't think so.
Well, whatever's happening to you seems very minor, but I'm worrying about the conditions getting worse. Have you noticed any other symptoms?
I lost hair.
How much?
This much.
He shows you a section of his hair where it looks thinner, but you wouldn't be able to tell just by looking at him. He's lost a bit of hair. You would have to do a close inspection, or be more of a hairdresser to notice.
I don't notice anything quite out of place, but if you do lose hair continuously and your conditions get worse, let me know.
Sure.
But for now, I think we'll be all right.
I sure hope I am.
Alexandra, these are questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Okay.
I do have the answer.
Oh, okay. Let's learn together. What is the answer? How do we milk a god?
You make him very happy.
Okay, that's enough of that.
The Zeus method.
The Zeus method.
And if anyone makes a double entendre out of my name with that statement, I will be very upset.
Well, I wasn't thinking it, but now.
All right, Milk Thistle, after finishing looking over at Night Shine, he looks around the temple one more time. Have you seen any sign of Alexandrite or lightning? I haven't seen them.
No. There is a note left for you at the tavern. I'm not sure if it is related. I have a feeling it may be.
Milk Thistle looks confused. Why would a note be left for me at the tavern if they knew I was at the temple? All right, let's go to the tavern then. And I assume Byrne would be awake at this point, so he would be traveling with us as well.
Yes, I'm going to assume Burnt is with you guys rather than the turncoats.
Yeah. Byrne is just so extra tired. He's going to be sleeping in the back of the mule cart, unless Lightning and Alexandrite took him with him.
We accidentally kidnapped him.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Byrne is with those two.
You guys, I just want to check. You guys are level 6, aren't you?
Yes.
We
I'm
are
just
level.
giving him some
We're close to 7. We get one more nice boost of XP, and we just might do it.
We just need to do the talk with the council quest.
All right, so Burned is with Alexandrite and Lightning because he fell asleep in the back of the cart and they unintentionally took him with them. What an adventure. Okay.
Well, I will consider
Let's
him
roll
with
with
you
this.
for the time being, as it strikes me as they're more likely to go off on their own rather than drag Burn along.
We could always ask Burn when he's here.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is Burned failed his perception check and stayed asleep even though the cart was moving. I get the impression that a samurai would be an extra hard sleeper.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what they want to do and what happens over today, we'll see what happens next week. Anyway, so
Okay.
You guys are heading to the tavern.
Yes, Milk Thistle goes to the tavern, walks in, and with the 1,200 gold that he has, he's going to pay for a small breakfast, something like porridge.
I mean, for that's probably just 2 copper, to be honest.
Okay, a couple of coppers laid out on the table. And
Yeah.
Milk Thistle speaks to Opal. Good morning, Opal. I was told there's a letter for me.
Oh yes. They quickly fish it out from behind the counter and pass over the note to you, and we'll take your coins. I'll be back with your oats in a moment.
All right. Is the letter sealed with a wax seal or anything like that, or is it just folded up?
Lightning, how fancy did you go?
The note is a folded up piece of paper. It's folded up nicely, and it just has a nicely drawn LS on it. Like a little fancy one with all the squiggles and a little heart at the end.
Oh, well, isn't that sweet? Okay.
Lightning's very good at calligraphy.
Is she really?
I mean, she's a rogue. They are good at making nice stuff. Like,
Okay.
they are good at writing good. That is a terrible way to put it, but you know. I'm not the best at doing that.
All right, well, Milk Thistle opens up the letter. How exactly did you word the letter?
She will put, Milk, Alexandrite and I have decided to save us all a bit of time and go to the ship to give what's-her-face, the captain, the Flux Planar vehicle suspension drive. Don't worry, we will be probably okay.
Alexander just writes in, sorry.
XXX circle circle X circle XX circle.
Milk Thistle, as he's reading this, the small smile that he usually carries with him turns into a frown, and he gets the deep furrows on his face from just absolutely piercing anger. he is furious. And as soon as he's done reading the last O on the X's and O's, he sets the paper on fire.
Nightshine is gonna tap him on the back. And that's why I didn't want to leave my money with her.
Oh, can I actually put something else at the PS before you spark
No.
it?
Too late now.
Dang it! No, I actually wanted to leave the half of the notes that Milk wanted in the room.
Milk Thistle would have read through the entire paper as long as the PS was obviously on the page.
Yeah, I forgot. Because I completely blanked out. Is it alright if I left the half of the papers that Milk wanted in the room that Lightning was in?
And you burn it?
I mean, it'd be obvious there'd be more paperwork, so you probably wouldn't burn it.
No, it's in a room, not in the note.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, P.S., the papers are in my room. Number of room here.
Okay. Yeah, Milk Thistle would still burn the paper or burn the letter and be just absolutely furious. He turns to Nightshine. They are gone. Lightning Streak and Alexandrite are gone. They went to go get the ship themselves. Let us hurry.
I hope.
Let us hurry.
Sorry.
Let us hurry to Lightning's room. She left something for me there.
I hope that by now you realize that she may not be the best queen.
Yes. She's clearly unwilling to listen to any measure of reason. That doesn't stop what our original plans are. There's a meeting with the council. Nightshine, you and I will have to represent our entire party. I need you to be clean, sober, and prepared. Are you ready?
I cannot be sober. I'm in a hangover.
It's all right. I know a fix for that. All right, so Milk Thistle's going to hurry up to the room that Lightning Streak had said.
By the way, out of character, I completely forgot about the meeting. I am sorry.
Did you actually forget about the meeting?
I did.
Oh god.
Dude, you derped extra hard on this. Okay.
I mean,
Fun.
We did say we'll be back in 3 days, so we should have a meeting to talk about our progress in 3 days. That's okay. You go off and you have your romantic adventure. Maybe you can make it to the beach and have a volleyball scene. It'll be great.
You could just say, the other two fucked off somewhere. Can we do this another day?
No, we're not doing that. We're going to take full advantage of this splitting the party. Hopefully, you two won't die. Maybe.
It's gonna be funny.
I thought that was the entire reason we split the party, because of the meeting and such.
Nightshine's got radiation poison. And you have to do a meeting with him having his mane falling out.
I mean, it would have been nice to have the party face with us, because Milk Thistle did not prep the trumpeter spell that gives him a +10 on diplomacy checks, so we're kind of done on that. But it's okay. We'll figure something out.
You probably make a better face than I do.
Role-playing wise, probably, but I don't have the roles for it.
Lightning is the face, but roleplay wise, you're much better at keeping people calm than Lightning is staying calm.
Well, thank you. It's okay. We will adapt and overcome.
I was gonna say, you also took Alexandra, who would have been the other face.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
the charismatic ones are gone.
All right. So, yeah, Milk Thistle is going to go up to Lightning's room, and he's going to look for the paperwork she left there.
Oh, they're just on the bed.
He's going to look through everything to make sure nothing went missing.
She would actually not mess with that. She even left the chocolate there for him.
Oh, well, aren't you sweet?
Milk?
Yes.
Do you think they were smart enough to use the magical map that can teleport you?
Considering they left and completely negated their responsibilities, no, Nightshine. I don't believe they are smart enough to do that.
Yeah.
Which means they're going to go on even longer.
Oh wow.
All right. GM, is all of the paperwork here?
I assume Lightning has left it all.
Okay. I asked because somebody may have come in and messed with the paperwork or taken it for themselves because the door wasn't even locked. We just went right in.
It does not appear that anything is missing. The room doesn't look like it's been cleaned yet by Opal.
All right. And Milk Thistle is going to roll perception on this chocolate to see if it's poisoned. That'll be a 24.
Lightning, have you poisoned it?
She says it is not. Okay.
It is not poisoned.
I would still roll.
Milk Thistle will put the chocolate away in his bag of holding and take all of the paperwork, and he's going to take a long, slow, deep breath to try to recenter himself. To be fair, we need a name of a place to use the map. Okay. So Milk Thistle is going to recenter himself. He's going to look to Nightshine. Okay, so our original plans today were to go to the library, and you were going to copy these down onto text, translate it as best you could, correct?
Yes, but I don't think we need to do that anymore. We can just give it out to your church.
Do you find any value in this paperwork, or would you be willing to simply give it away?
I would give it away. Less work for me.
Very well.
Lightning was the only one who was mainly pushing for you guys to keep it. So
That's true. Then we have our meeting with the council today. If I recall correctly, it was at 3 p.m., which is several hours from now.
it is. So you do have some time. We can time skip to that time if there is nothing else you wish to do.
I want to buy some writing supplies in the library, but that's it.
The library doesn't really have writing supplies per se, mainly because it's a library. They expect you to bring your own if you're going to do it. You have to pay if you want to bring in your own writing supplies, because then it means you want to copy books and stuff, and there is a charge for that. But they will direct you towards the Princess Luminance gift shop, where you can buy Princess Luminance themed writing equipment.
Sure.
There will be the same sort of cost, except for your papers will probably have like a sort of a faded stamp of the holy symbol Princess Luminance, and you can buy a more fancier quill which will cost you an extra 2 gold, which will have obviously the Princess Luminance's symbol on it as well. But you can buy normal ones, and I think those are the main ones. I don't know if Pathfinder has crayons, but if you found them, then yes, you can buy them.
Yay.
Keep them away from me. They might get eaten.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Here at the tavern, when Opal returns downstairs with Milk Thistle's porridge, he'll eat it hurriedly, but he will thank her politely, even though he's still furious. And he's just going to be pissed off for the rest of the day. So he'll travel with Nightshine together to the library. Milk Thistle will go ahead and replace his ink, just regular black ink, and
Yeah.
he'll also get another quill for himself. The only other thing he has to do today is the scales that had been collected from the Bahir. Where is the blacksmith in town?
Oh, there's a number of different blacksmiths because you're in a city. So you've got how many technically? Blacksmiths. There's 36 in the city.
36
So-
blacksmiths. Okay.
So you will be able to find a blacksmith fairly easily.
All right. Milk Thistle is going to simply sail the scales as well as the talons.
Oh, yeah, sorry. When you said scales, I was thinking of like weighing scales, but now I've remembered what you're trying to sell. It's the actual scaled. So there's enough there to make at least one piece of armor. And you got how many talons, was it?
3 talents.
3 talons. It will count as cost that much. This animals cost. Okay, so you got those. They will could do that for a few times. They will buy that for 5 gold each, which gives you 15. Scales, on the other hand, there you go. It will be something similar to this. Sorry, bear with me. Can't do anything too exciting with it. Here we go. Okay, no, so it will get you a bit. He won't buy it for the full cost because he obviously do work. Okay, altogether, he would offer you 165 gold for the scales and the free claws.
Milk Thistle is going to appraise the cost to find out if that's a fair price. 25.
25. As best as you can tell, that is what an individual who was probably going to turn it into stuff would buy it for. You possibly could get it for more elsewhere if you weren't selling it to a crafter. If somebody was wanting to buy it as a trophy or an ornament, you probably could get more for it. But as a crafting item, you are getting what you would expect for it.
Milk Thistle satisfied, so he'll sell it for 165.
He will happily take that, and he will obviously take the items and pay your gold.
All right, and with that, the only other thing Milk Thistle would want to do is go to the bank to convert these gold coins into platinum, and then we can time skip.
Yep, you can easily do that without any issues, and then on to the meeting.
All right, and just to make sure, 1,360 gold pieces would be 136 platinum pieces, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure. Wait.
All right. Well, the other two get to continue looking at the map, and I'll move you two to the fancy council chamber image that I found.
Well, it's a good thing we have the stream.
Yeah. Feel free to drag your icons on if you want to, but this was just mainly here just to give a setting of the scene.
How do we do that?
You just if you go to your character icon, just click and drag it onto the Roll20 map, basically, and it should drop you on.
I don't know if it's lagging, but I did click my icon. It shows my name, Random Pool Guy, but when I release it onto the page, nothing's happening.
I think your icon might be a little bit big, so that might be why. I'll quickly do it just in case. And oh, maybe it didn't work because I can see yours here.
Okay, man, these chairs are absolutely massive.
So, when you come to the noble gate, you are stopped. The guards have at least know who you are because you've been here a few times, and the city guard. Sorry, I will get names correct eventually. The captain of the guard, Rocky Mountain, will be there and will escort you to the nobles.
Okay. At this
So-
point,
Sorry.
Milk Thistle's anger has simmered, and he has a very stoic expression on his face right now. His smile is still gone.
All right. You'll be taken to the council chambers. You've been here before, and you've met most of the individuals there. You're kept waiting a little bit, but you, after probably about half an hour of waiting, you're allowed to enter into the chamber. There you will see Duchess Lilypad, Lord Skystriker. You do not see Emberheart, but you do have strong bags there.
Which one was Lady Emberheart?
No, he was a very old individual. He had a he was more of a military person and basically had connections back sort of to his younger years to do with the military and stuff like that. But now when you last saw him, he was very old.
He was assassinated.
Yeah, that would be a question Milk Thistle brings up. Where is Emberheart?
The Duchess would go, his skills are required elsewhere for this matter. And he would not be able to add too much. We're trying to make use of his waking hours.
Very well. Shall the council begin, or shall we?
She'll go, if you begin, and we will see how much progress you have made, and we will see if and that will mean we can work out where we can act next.
Out of character, what was the name of the town we went to? Galloping Dam?
Yeah.
Yes, it was Galloping Down.
Okay. So Milk Thistle will explain how the party had traveled to Galloping Dam. We made contact with both of the temples there, the temple to the Sun Queen as well as the temple to Blaze, mentioning how Blaze had already been preparing by the time we had arrived and had deployed. We had a meeting with both city mayors, but it was the southern mayor, Stoutheart, who seemed more willing and more interested in helping. So as a result, to gain his loyalty, we went down to the southern quarry, cleared out the monsters in the area, including a Bahir and 2 basilisks, and they immediately went to work in reopening the mine. So with the southern mayor's support, we eventually hope to gain the support of the people in the northern town as well, and will either gain their support by themselves, or the mayor will lead them into it. We have also made arrangements for the stone, 20% of the stone to be mined, to be sent to Villager Town to help build up defenses. And as in payment in return to Galloping Dam, this will open up supply routes, train routes, and they would like a representative of Galloping Dam to be sitting here at the council.
The Duchess gives us a little bit of a frown. Other than stone, which will prove useful, but more in rebuilding rather than defending, is there anything more immediate that will be of use?
In terms of military personnel, they will need to be trained. There were not any volunteers at the time. Since we are beginning to slowly gain strength, there was not much of an eagerness to join us simply because it was needed. We have to prove our strength. And with this solid step moving forward, scoff all you want, counselor. With this step moving forward, we have gained the loyalty of one mayor, and stone is being sent to your city in defense, not to simply rebuild, but to build a wall to protect you from an incoming army. This is the stone that will begin rolling forward so that we can gain more momentum and more support. And also, we have been joined by a new comrade named Burned Requiem. His master has taken one of the letters to, out of character, what was that town's name?
Silverdream.
Who has taken your letter to Silverdream to request their help. We are moving as quickly as possible. This is the progress we have made.
You can tell that she looks annoyed at the fact that you commented on her scoff and sort of took a tone almost with her. But she's at least keeping herself professional. Stone only goes so far and takes a long time to get anywhere. It is unlikely it will reach our walls before our walls become blockaded. So, as much as stone may be useful, I doubt we're going to be able to make use of it. Now, is there anything more substantial you can tell us of your travels, or does it seem to be the promise of stone and the master of one of your comrades delivering a letter?
Out of character, I'm trying to remember if there was anything else important. Can y'all think of anything?
We have the ship.
You can the important thing you can mention. You can either mention the ship. You can mention anything to do with the ruminant stuff. The stuff they've asked you to do. Which pretty much covers the Galloping Dam and Silver Dream stuff. Anything else you add in is outside of what they kind of asked you.
That's what I'm thinking. As far as the airship, out of character, this is just me thinking. I think we should keep that as quiet as possible. If we let too many people know, spies can easily find out, and that can work against us.
That's fine.
So we have done as the council has asked, and there are still other letters to deliver.
That's fine. Okay, so the Duchess doesn't seem too best pleased, but Lord Skystriker does speak up and just go, well, given the short amount of time you've actually even been away from us, you have at least proven that you've at least got yourself in talking terms with two leaders, and I'm sure that if you try other places, you would be able to succeed elsewhere. Where are you planning to visit next? As he tries to sort of put it onto a more positive.
I have considered Clovenhaven, but my group has not confirmed that that is where we intend to travel next.
She gives Duchess comments again. Aren't you Clovens more friendly and polite rather than open to conflict?
By tradition, yes. but do not mistake our kindness for weakness.
So you at least have metal and swords to defend your own cities.
Yes.
Good. The last thing we need now is people who will come and be polite at our enemy.
Milk Thistle will grind his teeth, but he'll keep his mouth shut.
She gives a sort of a nod to her head over, gesturing towards Strongbags. Well, Strongbags, you've at least been able to gain some information that may be of some additional use from your contacts. Perhaps you would like to enlighten our agents here what you have learned through your spies. So Strongbags starts speaking up. He looks very much like a business type pony, and definitely wears sort of expensive jewelry and clothing, as far as you can tell. He definitely goes, "Oh, certainly. So, as mentioned before, we were planning to send spies over. I believe a few others attempted to do so as well, but I don't think any of theirs returned. But at least 2 of mine have. Not all of them. It does appear the humans have come quite well prepared for. For what they are planning to do. As far as we can tell, their full fighting force, we believe, consists. Estimates put it at 6,000 to 7,000 trained individuals. The exact level of training and expertise is unknown, but they do have other non-combatants with them. But these seem to be skilled labourers, additional hands to deal with animals, as well as hospitaliers, as far as our agents could tell. They have individuals there that are looking for those that may try and sneak in under cloak of visibility. As one of my spies was able to observe one of the other individuals being caught while they were still.
You broke up still. One of the spies observed what?
One of the spies who went under invisibility was caught, even though they were still invisible. So they have means of detecting creatures. Though they may have been lucky, but disguising oneself as a human using magic seems to at least work, or worked for his agents. He's unsure what happened to those that were captured. It appears that they are flying under a united banner, as far as he can tell, though there seems to be different colours for some areas, so there may be individual baronies and what have you, similar to what the Empire was like. They obviously, the Queen ruled everything, but there were individual kingdoms that would have their own colours and would lend forces to the armies. Often still hold their colours. He does note that they believe that they overheard that one of their humans' best generals is leading the army. And they do not appear to be pillaging as they go. At least there was no signs of them destroying infrastructure or going out of their way to attack individuals who were in the vicinity. Only those who were discovered among the army ranks were assaulted in any way. He does say that it also appears that they haven't burnt turfs to the ground. You're unsure exactly what they have done to turfs, but there's no sign that there's been any sort of raiding or any the telltale signs that you would expect an army to do in an occupying area. But they don't have anyone there to see it. This was just based on intel from a distance. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. What other intel would you guys potentially be looking for? What would help you, or would you like to know? Just because I think I'm forgetting a few things I want to mention, but
the profile of the general, such as his name, his personality, how much land he owns, what is his reputation?
At this point in time, none of their spies were able to get anywhere near that close. But they believe they were able to get his name.
General Iro. Oh, fuck.
No, don't you dare, dude. The war's lost. We're done.
I'm just double checking on the rank. No, what are you doing?
So if it's a NATO style general, might not even be a 4-star general with a force of only 6,000 to 7,000. Could be a major general, a 2-star.
Well, you find that you're probably thinking more on our sort of military stance. So back then, getting a lot of people moving was generally a lot more of a difficult feat.
Yeah, Attila the Hun was able to hold 100,000 at one point.
Yeah, I mean
they were spread out over hundreds of thousands of miles.
Yeah,
thousands of miles. Excuse me.
And I think you guys are like square 100 miles at best. Anyway, so it was he was referred to as Field Marshal, but there appeared to be some individuals who also referred to him as Knight Captain as well. They believe his name was his surname was Cromwell, that they're certain of. Unsure about his first name.
Field Marshal Cromwell. All right. Before the invading army, did we have any contact with the human lands?
Yes, contact with the human lands was mainly through Cadiston. Obviously the humans there themselves were friendly and stuff. Those within the human lands were not seen as friendly. They were mostly made up of warring barons, and they they were sort of more fighting amongst themselves. This would indicate that they have united behind a single leader and are basically working to expand their kingdom. Given that there was a united symbol between all of the different regions, there is clearly somebody now fully in charge of the humans, which is why they're launching such attacks. That was it. Prediction of how long the human army will take to get to Villager Town.
Okay. Yes. How much longer until they arrive?
They reckon, best estimates will put it at 2 weeks. Depending on how long they stay at Turves.
Do the humans have any other races working with them?
It does not appear so.
Have the humans employed any dissenters or traitors amongst our people into their ranks?
They were not able to discover any signs of additional ponies among their ranks. They did find beasts of burden and more and simple hooves working with them, but they're the sort not to realise that who they work for or what they do, so it's not their fault. Simple hooves are normal horses, basically.
I got that. Yeah, that's actually a good name for them. I like it.
Yeah, I thought I'd mention that just in case some of you didn't realise. Though they do understand there was some murmurs about mercenaries, and they suspect there may be. It's not confirmed, but there's the possibility of Griffin mercenaries.
Damn it, Ulrich.
How many officers?
1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. Not able to gain that much intel, but it does appear that each separate colour, or let's call them baronies for simple, seems to at least have a person leading them, as well as a few, obviously, lesser individuals who will lead different sections of whatever they make up. The forces consist of cavalry, heavy infantry, light infantry, and archers as well. The exact breakup and rundown of them, they are unsure.
Do they have any heroes among them? Those who appear to be exceptional, not just the officers.
Yes, they are certain of that. They are quite certain of. They've at least spotted around 10 that they would identify as spellcasters, and they are certain that they have seen individuals that would be seen as clerics among their ranks as well. And they're quite certain that those who are potentially the leaders of the different parts, so barons, they potentially would have magical items, equipment, or have access to them. What level and exactly what, they weren't able to gather.
How do they keep themselves fed?
It appears that there is a level of food being transported with them, as well as there is a portion of potentially living off the land, making use of what they are able to retrieve from enemies, they think. But there being clerics among the ranks, they are certain that there is a level of magic used to bring in food or create food.
Do they have...
Water seems to be used, being made with great water rather than them trying to transport a large amount of it.
A handful of focused clerics could easily create all the water that army needs. But it would take quite a bit. Does this army have a supply chain, or are they simply moving forward as a group with no connection back to their own land?
It does not seem, they've not noticed any supply trains heading further out, but there's been no reports that far back yet. Any who would have gone to discover further back wouldn't have returned yet.
It's important to find out if the humans are amassing another army, possibly an even larger one. This could very well just be forerunners.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, more intel, more like that, would take additional resources, and the main focus was obviously this initial force. But more will be looked into.
And as this intel report is being read off and Milk Thistle is asking his questions, he does have quill and parchment out, and he's writing down this information, barely looking up to ask his questions as he does so. He's just scratching away. And when we reach the end of that, Milk Thistle looks to Nightshine. Do you have any other questions?
No? Oh. Did you guys get those scrolls of teleports we asked?
I believe it was Lord Skystriker was sorting out. He goes, yes, they have been secured and are ready for you to.
How many soldiers do we have?
Lord Skystriker sort of goes, that depends what you classify as soldiers. If it's somebody who we've put a sword in their mouths, plenty. Those with any training, we only have around about 200.
Has Emberhard begun training a militia?
There has been obviously work been put into that. Unsure if you've visited the palace grounds as of late. Things have been moving forward with that slowly.
Every abled body must be trained with a bow, even if they're not fit for front line holding a sword in their mouths. Very few exceptions, even children can be trained to use bows, and a hail of arrows can do a tremendous amount of damage to an army.
Currently, it is being worked on mass production of arrows, so it is being done, but we need to ensure that we have the ample supply of things, and there is not the vast quantity bows laying around. So a lot are being worked on, and we are unable to put a bow into every hoof. But as soon as they come available, and those who are currently willing to learn are being taught, we have yet moved to conscripting because we do not have the numbers to enforce it.
Milk Thistle finishes writing in his on his parchment, blows on it to dry the ink, and then rolls it up and puts it away into his bag of holding. And he looks to the council. Do not hesitate to seek wisdom from the Temple of the Nightmare. We are very eager to assist in defending our lands.
We will be having a meeting with, or we'll be having discussions with Endless Story later this evening, and he will be speaking with all of the temple heads, and going forward from there. The information you have received is not for full public release.
Understood.
We do not want to cause too much of a mass panic until it becomes clear that they do not have a choice but to stay and fight. If we release information too soon, we may have our strength try and flee. And, the last thing we need is ponies taking what they can find, not nailed down, and escaping out into the wilderness to be picked off or be killed by whatever might live out there. So keep it quiet for now. This is Lord Duchess who's saying that. No, sorry, Duchess Lilypad. So.
Did they go beyond turfs?
Any of the military training is currently offered as additional incentive in regards to those who they are receiving coin, and those who are part of the militia anyway are being put through the additional training than acting as a militia. Once it becomes clear that there is an army at our gates, then things will move more swiftly. But we do have one advantage. She gestured towards Strongbags again. It does not appear that they have any siege equipment, and our walls should be able to hold off by any direct assault. Any sort of siege equipment they need to make. Any siege equipment they will have to make here. Though obviously the forests to our north or northwest would provide all the wood they need. It would take them time to construct such a thing, which does give us more time. They cannot assault what they have.
We should have blocked the north and south gate.
Have any of the human spies made their way past your own?
We have not found any human spies within our walls. I believe we have a few humanoids kicking around. There is still a small group of, what are they called? I want to say gnomes, but I don't think that's right.
Halflings? Dwarves?
No, it's not half. Begins with they're small as well, like halflings, but
Gnomes?
yeah, it must be gnomes. We
Good
do
gnome.
have some gnomes, a small gnome community still here. It's unlikely they are to help the humans, but there is the odd, or before all of this, there was definitely the odd, maybe, there was at least definitely the odd elf who may have been seen now and then, human. So we are being more vigilant, if there is any. They are being detained and ensuring that they are not able to pass information on to anyone who's out of the city for the time being. I believe there has been one arrest.
If you require these elves to be put to the question, the Nightmare has many talented inquisitors.
We have been seen to aid from those who are able to pull questions out of individuals. But at this time being, we believe this the only person who's been detained was a resident, but for the safety of the city and potentially their own lives, they are being detained somewhere. Because once sorry,
was the one detained an elf?
no, they were human.
How long have they been living within the city?
It is not clear exactly, as not a defined census has been taken for quite some time, but they've definitely been living here a number of years.
I would advise a census be done immediately. Know who is here, find out if they have residence, if they own property, even count the homeless, and every single child. Make sure we know what the exact numbers are, so that way if the numbers increase, we'll know who to suspect.
At the moment, there's a lot of pressing matters, but we added to the many lists of things that do need to be done. And she gestures towards Lord Skystriker. That will be Lord Skystriker's responsibility, as he is dealing on the civilian front.
Did the human army go beyond turfs?
Our spies left them just before they were reaching turfs, so it is unsure if they have stayed there or walked straight past. But like I said, our estimates put them about 2 weeks away, maybe more if they spend more time at turfs.
Steele, under journal, is there a map of Astalon?
Of what, sorry?
Of Astalon, the whole country? Like center map, Caddiston, map with makers?
I think Astalon is Mimli's map.
Yeah. This is Everglow.
Okay.
There should be. I think I've shared a world map.
Map with
so to
markers.
speak. Yeah.
Oh, it's misspelled. It's actually spelled map with makers. Okay.
Makers.
It's also very small.
Yes. Because it sort of shows the entire of Everglow. It's very small detail, so it's very hard to get a census of size or scale.
Right. Okay. So I see where Turves is, and there's Trotting Water, Galloping Dam, Villager Town. They are not far away at all. They're just on the other side of the river.
Pretty much.
And is Cloven Haven due north of Villager Town, or is it back on the other side of Turves?
It is northwest from Villager Town.
Okay.
If you look towards sort of the mountains northwest, it's sort of just past Arcissus, and it's just up there in that sort of dark mountain area. So the army is closer than Cloven Haven.
That is dangerous. I don't like that. Okay.
All right.
And I don't have anything else. Paolo, do you have anything else?
I just gonna reiterate that I think we should close off the north and south gate, so they only can come in from the east gates.
That's actually a good suggestion.
Gates can only. We do plan to lock off the gates at some point. and we are looking into magical options to seal them. But we do not want to do that too soon. Again, we don't want to worry the populace. We can use magic for the short term, and then we can use old derelict buildings as building materials to reinforce any gates or anything like that.
An army of thousands is nearly at your doorstep. If you have had time to send spies to them, they have had time to send spies to you. And if we can disguise as humans, they could very easily disguise as Fae. They're very likely in your city already.
Which is quite true. So we act quietly and don't act too obviously, then they will believe that we are acting unaware, and as long as we can react quickly, we should be able to seal ourselves behind our walls quick enough before they'll be able to act too fast. We do have people who are already out watching for the first signs when they start getting close. So do not worry, we are prepared for such things.
Very well. I believe that is.
But we are not tipping our hoof just yet.
I believe that is all we have. We will continue delivering the letters and providing unification with every step that we take.
I don't think we have time to go delivering letters. They won't respond in time to help us.
And that's why you're there to go in person. What we need is trained, battle-ready ponies, or goats, as she said, gesturing towards.
What we need are some guerrilla tactics.
True, but that still requires training. If you can find me people, individuals who somewhere which will be offering military trained individuals, then we can start actually looking at more aggressive actions. But at the moment, we are playing defensive, as that is our best strategy. You have, as I said, full use of the map. Go wherever you feel will get us the best support.
Now, I don't think this plan would work, but what if we destroyed the metro map? Then they wouldn't want to attack the city anymore.
I believe the magic which is in it is near artifact levels, so the likelihood of destroying it is unlikely.
And even so, it's one of the largest settlements. That itself makes it a target.
And the map is still a tool that we can utilize. We can remove or evacuate as necessary. Even if we have a fallback point that we can rally to. Potentially Galloping Dam seems a place that seems suitable. At least they have at least kept themselves going by the sounds of things, and are starting to get stoned, so they will be able to be patient. But for now, we need bodies and those who are trained. That will be your top priority if you can get any more. If not, then fallback point. It seems you haven't visited at least St. Moon's Reach. That is at least a military fortification. Even if it's no longer in use, it may be a good fallback point.
Very well. Let's not waste any more time.
Lord Skystriker will go. Will come up and come over to you. If you follow me, I will get you those maps. Not maps, sorry. I'll get you those scrolls.
Sure.
All right. Milk Thistle bows to the council and follows out this dude. What was his name?
Lord Skystriker.
Lord Skystriker. Is he a Pegasus?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, it's a Pegasus name.
Here we go. What was his description? Hang on, I actually do have an icon somewhere. But he's basically he's a smartly dressed pony. He is wearing he wears a top hat. I want to say he's blue in color. Can't remember. Character NPC. Where is he gone? Yeah. So he has a white mane, grey fur. He wears a top hat. He looks about middle age.
Okay.
And he takes you over to what is most likely to be his home, which isn't one of the most largest ones. It's more moderate size home in regards to the nobility here. But he does bring you in. He does gesture towards his room and tells you to have a seat, and he should be back in a moment as he disappears elsewhere in his home, obviously to go and fetch your scrolls.
Milk?
Okay. Yes.
Airstrikes.
Milk Thistle slowly puts his hoof up to his lips.
After probably about 5 minutes, he returns back with a small bundle of scrolls and hands them to you. And he goes, here are 4 scrolls. Hopefully that will be enough.
Yeah. Thank you.
Make sure you add those to your inventory so that way we don't forget.
Sure. I suppose stay at the lowest cursor level.
Yeah.
Let's double check how many people we can teleport.
And what's the range of teleportation?
I think you better go about 600 miles. If I'm wrong, then it'd be 400 miles.
I think it's 400 miles. Is it Dimension Door?
Fine.
No, Dimension Door's less than a mile.
I think you can teleport across all of Everglow with a teleport spell. Based on what I guessed at one time.
I think, based on the size of Everglow, you should be able to get all across, I think. Obviously, if you haven't seen the place, there's a lot of margin for error.
And this works as we have to be familiar with the place or the DC increases, correct?
Correct.
Ah.
And it's the individual who's casting it who needs to be familiar.
Nightshine, I'll trust these with you.
Yay! I'm gonna run away with them.
Don't you dare.
I'm going to get the airship alone.
You will be tracked. I will track you down, Nightshine.
You can try.
How many days has passed since Milk Thistle got the ring? Is it 4 days or 5 days now?
You got it just before you left, didn't you?
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3. You spent a day in there, correct?
Yes.
Then it took you 2 days to get back. and you're on today. So this is day 7.
This is day 7. Okay. Has the ring taken effect yet, or does it need to wait for the specific hour?
It will take effect on the 8th day because when I put together Everglow, it has 8 days in a week.
Oh, you're okay. Fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm a mean person.
All right. So ring will take effect one more day.
It'll be tomorrow.
All right. Should we jump cut to the other group? Because I'm not sure where to go from here.
Yeah, I was going to ask: are you guys going to be trying to do anything else, or do you think you would probably wait until they return before you try doing anything?
I have a plan.
All right. Milk Thistle would tell Nightshine, it's like, all right, we need to wait until we are privately able to discuss that plan.
No. This is second plan. Follow me. We are going to absolutely everything.
What do we need here?
We need allies.
If you're thinking of bringing the owner of absolutely everything into the fold, we have asked him before. He turned us down.
No. I have a better plan.
Okay. What is your better plan?
We'll tell you when we get there.
All right. Well, you easily go in. You ring his little bell, and he will appear from his back room. And he will go, "Oh, welcome back. I'm afraid I haven't found a cellar yet. Takes a bit more time than that."
Hey, you are very old, aren't you?
He's sort of a little bit taken back by your forwardness. Yeah. I would prefer wise rather than old.
But you must have lived in this town a long time. You must know a lot of people here.
Well, I'm more retired here and took over this shop. I was more mobile in my younger years.
I'm looking for people who are skilled enough to go on adventures to try to save important stuff. Do you know anyone who would probably be interested?
Well, with the kind blades very much scattered to the wind or non-existent, you're better off with the Seekers Guild if they're still operating. I don't think I've seen many of them come this way, though I occasionally will trade with the odd few who I'm aware of. You've got the funded. You've got the 2 funders, which are brother and sister, and I think there was an Earth Pony as well. I can't remember his name. Those are the only actors I'm aware of. But if they're going to be anywhere, they'll be over at Seekers Guild.
Who did you have in mind when you were going to try to sell the thing we gave to you?
Well, I was going to attempt to more sell it to those who are collectors of odd or interesting relics. So it mostly falls to collectors or those who might see it as an art piece.
Do you know anyone who would collect stuff that looks like this in particular?
Not me personally, but hopefully my contacts do.
Can I know who your contacts are?
No.
Can you ask your contacts if they know anyone who would be interested in old technology? If technology is a word we have?
you probably go with more similar odd artifacts or odd art pieces or something like that.
To be more specific, is stuff that it's magical but does not pertain to a certain school of magic.
He pokes his ears up. I might be interested in more things like that.
Yeah. Like, I think the thing we gave you. Isn't it?
The stapler is not magic.
Oh. Boo!
No, that is a mundane object, I'm afraid.
The other stuff we have is with our friend, who decided to go on an adventure alone. Shame. I guess I'm going to try to go to the Seekers. Thank you.
Alright, take care. Tell Lemon that I will be probably there in a day or two.
I gonna wink at him. Wink wink.
He doesn't quite understand, but he will just give you a wave.
I'm going to the Seekers Guild.
That was close. Okay, I'm okay. I'm sorry. All right, you're going to the Seekers Guild.
Yeah.
Okay. I did my best to listen along, Night Shine, but I was away. All right. So what have you concocted here? You were talking to him about contacts, non-magical, mundane items, and then what else happened?
I'm trying to find people who has skill that could potentially be of help to us. Like
All right, people.
Adventurers.
Adventurer. Pathfinder Society, perhaps.
I don't know about that.
All right.
Your closest thing is the Seekers, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah. That's definitely.
You can roll knowledge local, knowledge history. No, those are the two ones you can really roll when it comes to the Seekers.
Milkthistle has also been devising a plan, mulling over in his own mind on what we could possibly do. Nightshine.
Yeah?
Once we're done following up on your lead, I would like you to rejoin me in the temple to speak to Priest Midnight.
Sure.
But our conversation must be kept confidential. What is said and heard there must be shared with no one. Understood?
Sure.
I'm trusting you, Nightshine. Do not misuse my trust.
Sure.
Okay. All right, so we arrive at the Seekers Guild. Alexandrite, no, there's no chance of that possibly happening. Not a chance.
Did you want to make any knowledge checks on the Seekers Guild as you are heading there?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to, Milk?
It'd be a good idea. You know who to look for.
It's more about information about the Seekers more than who to look for.
History or local, right?
One of those two, yeah.
And I'm gonna add my 1d6.
Okay.
21.
Local. So what you know is the Seekers normally have a guild hall in most major settlements normally, or did anyway. They were you could see them more as mercenaries. They would work, do jobs for money and stuff, but it was often to help the Pony Empire, that sort of thing. Often, a lot of the Kindblades, once they finished their training in the Kindblade Academy, would actually go on to become Seekers. So there was still a kind of loyalty to the kingdom too, still. But and the kingdom themselves would often make use of the kind blade, the seekers, in more specialist areas where an army, for example, would be overkill, or wouldn't be suitable for the type of situation. If they couldn't use their own agents, they would make use of the seekers. All right.
Yes.
All right. So as you approach the guild hall here, there is a wall around the compound. The front gate has some nice iron gates, which are open. The gardenish area looks a little bit overgrown, but not really bad. It looks like it could use some TLC, but it's not like completely left wild. The building itself is about 4 stories, and on top of the 5th story looks to be like a large horn, which literally takes up the story. A horn.
Oh.
Which literally takes up the 5th story.
Nice. Knock knock.
The doors are quite large. Somebody who was of large size could enter it.
I'm gonna knock loudly.
You sort of give it more of a bang. You wait a few moments. It's to the point where you're like, okay, maybe no one's going to answer, when you suddenly hear the door starting to open. And you then see a sort of another sort of older looking earth pony who has sort of like a lemon yellow fur color, and a sort of slowly sort of going to sort of white mane, and you can see wisps of white in their coat as well. And he sort of looks up at you through sort of some glasses and goes, "Yes. Oh, you're not any of the seekers. How can I help?"
I seeking a seeker. 3 actually.
Oh, there's none in at the moment. But if you're looking for to give us a job, I can add it to the book, and when one of them comes back seeking work, I will definitely direct them to the book and see what open jobs we have.
He's gonna scratch his head. Do you know anyone that goes by Thunder?
You've got Thunder Clap and Thunder Rider. They tend to work together.
Are they in town?
Not that I'm aware of. They're often out and about.
Can you tell me a bit of how they look like?
Oh, well, they're not too hard to miss. I quickly look at their icon again. There is. I have their icons somewhere. I have too many icons now.
There's never too many icons.
True.
Just not on face.
There's Thunderclap. He first of all describes Thunderclap. He's a grey earth pony with like a lightning blue hair, and you normally can't miss him, as he carries around a strange weapon that requires weird sort of operating system, and it fires strange metal balls with a loud bang.
Just what I need. No, not like that.
Thunder Rider, where the hell are you gone? He says that Thunder Rider is a little bit more hot-headed. Generally will and quick to anger. Normally would be the sort to knock your head off before they start asking questions. They generally go around with a trident. They are a Pegasus, and when I actually find their icon, I can tell you what they look like.
Do you know the last place they went to?
Come in for a moment. Let me check the book.
I come in.
As he heads in, he asks you to follow him, and he takes you to sort of an area which has got a number of chairs, a fireplace, and three very large windows where let in a lot of light.
Yay.
And he then tells you to have a seat, and he heads off, and returns again with a sort of a largish book, and kind of sort of places it down with a little bit of effort, and then sort of opens it up towards the back pages. It looks like they had a job over in Narcissus. And so that's probably where they are. It looks like they... Ooh, dog. It also looks like they took insert name of other pony with them as well.
How long ago?
Oh, it was about a month ago now, but it was a long-term job.
Right.
Actually, I probably pronounced it horrendously. It's spelled All
right. Is Thunderclap also a Pegasus?
No, Thunderclap is a Earth pony. They are related, but he sort of goes pony genetics.
Okay. And we have a third seeker who's currently unnamed with them as well.
He better tell you he is a gem pony. No, is he a gem pony? No, he is a. I had his icon. He is like a lime green Earth pony.
Still?
Yeah.
I have to walk my dog. I'm sorry.
And that's fine.
Well, I've taken notes on the descriptions of them here. So yeah, if you need to step away, if we're done talking to this guy, then Milk Thistle would lead Nightshine back to the temple, and then we could jump cut to Lightning and Alexandria because they've been waiting patiently for several hours.
Yeah.
They have.
I'll be...
I mean, they did run up.
They did.
Most of them travel, and I don't want to move too far along. What I do want to ask is, will you tell the guy what happened, what Alexandrite and Lightning have done?
This guy? No.
No, the guy at the temple.
Priest Midnight? Yes, absolutely.
He was found annoyed and will go, perhaps the nightmare should remind them where their loyalty lie. He does look to you, Milk Vessel, and say, "Do you feel they need to learn this, or should they, or do you feel that they do not yet?"
Milk Thistle closes his eyes, ponders a moment, and says, "They must learn, but not to the detriment of the mission."
And the mission requires them to return here.
Return here with the airship that we're repairing.
Understood.
On that note, there is one small consolation. Lightning did leave all of the paperwork that she did intend to keep for herself. I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but it is all here. And Milk Thistle has already given him the tools, but he takes out all the paperwork as well. We did not go to the Luminance Library as originally intended, mostly because Nightshine did not want to do it. So all
That's
of the
fine.
information that is on this paperwork now belongs to the Nightmare.
Understood. And he will happily accept it. We'll probably do a little bit more on that, but I want to do some stuff with our two strays, or runaways, maybe.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to have to ask a big question. How are you two going to deal with watches?
Probably 2 longer ones each.
That would probably leave you fatigued, both of you, for the night, for the morning, because you wouldn't be able to get your full 8 hours worth of rest.
All right. Let's see. How many hours do we need? How many hours can we spare for watches then?
Well, I mean, normally you rest. 8 hours is basically required for rest.
Mhm.
If you literally just both do an 8-hour rest, you literally lost your entire day for travel, pretty much. So that'll be the issue here.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be annoying because I would like to have an extra square through pushing myself. Let's see.
What was that, Lightning? Ooh, you're very staticky.
Yes, start screaming.
Check your connection. That's normally what might cause issues.
Oh, right. I'm on
There we go.
252. Oh, it's better?
Yeah, that is much better.
Oh, shit. I guess it just took unplugging and plugging it back in.
All right. So, watches. How are you guys planning on dealing with that?
I will take the first watch.
Well, the issue here is if you split your watch into half, you basically both do 4 hours watches, and then you're fatigued in the morning because you both haven't got 8 hours rest.
Shit.
Let's see. How many hours between can we get before we get fatigued?
So how many hours before you get fatigued?
Yeah,
If you do not get 8 hours worth of rest, you are fatigued.
Shoot. We might have to risk it.
yeah. I was thinking that do many hours as we can, and then just sleep through the final bit.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to split your watch up into half, and basically you both do 4 each.
No. We're gonna get as much as we can before we have to sleep properly.
Yeah, just pretend there's a third person that we're just going to ignore.
We're taking the mule will take the third watch.
Okay, so you're going to split your watch up into 3, and you're just going to hope you don't get mauled during the third watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So with that one, it's doable. You won't be able to do it for a long period. You won't be able to do it for a long period of time, but you're probably only going to be resting for 1 or 2 days, so you can survive with 3 watches.
Okay.
Hopefully, this is the only night we'll actually need to, because I'm thinking of if we push ourselves, we can make it to the boat and then actually sleep on the boat.
Yeah. If the boat's there, I hope it
Yeah.
is. If it's not there, I'm gonna be mad.
All right, I'm going to roll a hidden D100. No,
All right.
Oh dear God.
I also actually want you both to roll me your perceptions for your watch.
All right.
Lucky and stealth for me.
And who's doing what watch? So Donkey's doing third.
Lightning will take the first.
And I'll take the second.
We're totally being spied on.
All right. So during your watches, you guys don't notice anything. Though when you who was doing first watch?
Me.
You. Okay. So when you lay down to rest, Lightning, your dreams are plagued quite a bit, and you're kind of tossing and turning in your sleep. Alexandra, when you wake up, do your watch, then go back to bed. Your dreams are also plagued with a kind of almost like a bit of a nightmare aspect. Your dream seems very like a deep purple. I need to quickly check a few things. So yes, it's sort of like cloud cover, very deep purple. You would sort of see like a burning. Actually, what one was it? You both see like a burning palm tree, very bright and vibrant, burning on fire. And you also get the sense that there is a creature stalking you in the darkness, following you through, and basically sort of plaguing your dreams. The further you seem to get away from this burning palm tree, the worse it gets. But then the closer you get back to the palm tree, which is on fire, it seems to lessen, and your dream doesn't seem to be as bad. But as you do try to get to the palm tree, it sort of keeps you at a distance, and you almost got like a longing that you want to get back there, but there's still a thing which is stalking.
Okay.
Well, that was a weird fucking dream.
You had that too?
Yeah. That was weird.
Could I do a knowledge religion to come to the conclusion that, hey, that was the nightmare?
You could try.
All right.
I'm gonna do it for shits and giggles.
Yes.
So there's nothing other than you had a nightmare is probably the only aspect you could draw upon here. You're not familiar enough with the nightmares, iconography, or messages, dreams, or anything like that to really know enough.
So basically, that was fucking weird. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, like that was fucking what the fuck? What are palm trees?
All right, so you guys are off-road, so I need a survival check.
Yes, and as I mentioned to Lightning, I think I don't know if they got this, but I suggest using your hero
Yeah, I
point for
got
this.
you. Alright, yeah. I will use a hero point to add a +8 to the survival check.
Throw me your hero point. I want it.
Oh, here you go. Oh. Ugh. Wait,
You
how
should
do
just, if you click on it,
Oh.
there we go. I've got it now. Nom nom nom.
There we go. So this will be a +8, whatever this is.
Yeah.
20.
Oh god, why? 1 second, my roll 20 is being weird with scrolling. Right, okay.
Your roll was too good, it ruined to the roll 20.
Okay, I'm just going to refresh roll 20, but you got 28. Right, so with that check, you would realise that you are a little bit off where you think you are. You're you're not quite in the right place. You're not, but you're a little bit off.
To the ship! My wayfinder is constantly pointing north, so I should know where I'm going.
I will also mention is even after the dream has ended, you do have that lingering feeling of being watched and followed.
Man.
You guys are actually here.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So you will you still get to move your 4 hexes.
All right, and like I said, I suggest we push ourselves and get an extra hex.
4.
4. Okay. As you keep walking in the direction you're going, the feeling of something is stalking you, and the fact that you're going further away from safety seems to be building strongly as you keep going.
Someone's fucking with us, aren't they?
Roll me perception.
All right.
Fuck! Still no roll better than Alexandra. Fucking damn it.
Okay.
Nope, this will inadvertently sent a beast to kill us.
So I need a map. This one? Is this my forest one, or is this my open place? It will work. Ooh. This one's full of lions. Go away, lions. I just need 2 people. These 2 will do. Did you steal the donkey?
Yeah, we get the donkey.
Cool. I will give you a donkey.
Oh,
Yeah, here's our third watch.
Steal.
Uh,
We just multitask and make everything easier on everyone. Why are you bullying us?
because you decide to divide up doesn't mean things get easier.
What? It's totally easier. just not for the people planning to have a official meeting where everyone should probably be. I'm terrible. I hate myself.
There.
Where the icon I need. Oh, where?
Oh, God.
No, that's not quite what I want. Where is he gone? Tokens? I think I've got it in here. Yeah, that's probably going to be the best icon I can use. Bring it on. Delete. That and that. Alright, I'm going to bring you guys on a map. I'm actually also going to bring... I'm going to bring everybody on the map. Just because that way the stream can watch your demise. I mean, what happens here. So, you guys don't notice this until like fairly obviously. So like it's literally right behind you, following at a walking pace. So it's not getting any closer, but it's not getting further away. It is clearly following you. The reason you notice this this thing following you is because you hear your names whispered on the wind. Basically, it goes, Alexandra, and that sort of pricks the hairs up on the back of your head, and which makes you look around. And behind you, you will see a heavily robed pony figure. Go away, fly. That you can't see any distinctive figure, sort of facial features or anything like that. It seems the robe seems to just disappear into darkness. Floating near to them seems to be a scythe.
What the fuck?
Alexander's going to step forward. What do you want?
It just stands there silently.
She pets the mule. Be calm. Be calm, little mule.
Sorry, what did you say, Seal? I didn't quite get through the whisper.
It just went, you will return.
Yes, with the ship.
That's all it says, and it just stays there watching.
Yeah, I mean, we plan to return if you're referring to Village Town.
Sense motive.
It's difficult to get an idea of. You definitely get the feeling that it's not friendly towards you, but it's not outwardly attacking you. It's definitely just standing there, almost like it's watching you.
Do you think this was sent by fucking... Well, it's clearly not trying to kill us. What are you, one of them ghost ponies?
It doesn't seem to answer any of your questions.
Can I do a knowledge on this?
You can attempt a knowledge religion.
I'm going to use my once a day ability to re-roll that nat 1.
Okay. The best fitting thing for this is you think that this might be known as a minor reaper.
This is a minor reaper.
Yeah.
Why is a Reaper following us? I already cheated death once. Is this my karma? Coming back from the dead? Should we just keep walking?
I would guess so.
Alright, come on, little buddy. She pats the mule.
The mule definitely seems highly agitated and almost scared. Require animal handling to get it moving.
I will roll that since I actually have points in that.
Lightning, you cannot even attempt it. Untrained. The mule seems rather stubborn, but you are able to encourage it.
If it helps, I am within 10 feet of it, so it should be in my aura.
I know. I'm just saying it's stubborn, so you are able to encourage it.
Alright.
Come on, little buddy.
As you walk, it follows nearby.
It's just roaming nearby us, just following us.
Yes. I mean, you turn around, you don't see it, but it's like you catch it moving out of the corner of your eye, but then you sort of dart your head to like have a look, and it doesn't seem to be there. It's almost at the moment you start to relax where you think it might have gone. That's when you sort of catch it in the corner of your vision to turn and look. But then it's disappeared. So then it leaves it lingering in your mind. And occasionally you just hear your name whispered upon the wind.
Oh, I hate this.
Yes, this is.
Turns out even gods don't know. Turns out even Reapers don't know my real name. She chuckles a bit.
So this
Oh,
we...
God, you know my real name, Alexander, right?
Sorry, what?
Turns out even Reapers don't know my real name. But I guess you don't even know my real name, do you?
No, I do not. I did not know Lightning was not your real name.
I prefer it.
Do you mind if I ask what your real name is? Your real name. Can I ask what it is?
It's actually that's what will I get in return?
What is it that you want?
For that to be kept secret for now while there's something fucking stalking us.
I mean, I don't know who the Reaper pony is going to tell.
Whoever sent it.
I guess that's true.
I have a sinking feeling I know who it is. I'm going to kill that goat.
Milk Thistle's gonna roll perception to see if he heard that snide comment.
I'm afraid it's only a 20.
Already there.
Needed about a 247, I'm guessing, to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, distance penalties, it probably was a bit higher.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why aren't you the spy listening in on the conversations in the army?
All right, so I'm going to drag you back to the map. Other than your strange follower, you are still traveling. So obviously, he starts. Well, you get the sense of it being there after moving 2 hexes. Then you start getting strange addition, and it's still with you after you move 4th hex. You guys can force march if you wish to push yourself hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, you can taste the lake air.
Oh my god, you actually did it. And of course I don't.
What a twist!
Oh god. So Alexandra, you are fatigued.
Right, I will just test myself to not be fatigued.
You do like touching yourself when I'm not around.
So you touch yourself. If you're still injured, I need you to roll the check. So obviously you heal. So
well, I wasn't injured, but
then you didn't need to worry about it. So roll me for the 2nd hour of your forced marching.
Oh, 1d100? Oh, the 2nd hour.
2 hours.
Is that good enough? Oh god.
Lightning, that was good enough.
Oh, thank god. We are gods. Fortitude gods.
You can move yourself 1 more hex.
Finish chip.
Right, so you arrive on the shoreline. You can barely make out what you think is the ship in just up there on the lake. It's probably about a mile out, you reckon?
Alexandra, right? You got a little donkey, and I'll go get her to bring the ship over.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I have death watching me, so I don't think anything's gonna.
Yeah, I have death watching you. You should be fine. You have the literal Reaper watching you. It should be good. As lightning will fly off to the ship.
So as lightning flies off, roll me perception, Alexander, right?
Oh no.
Alright.
Splitting the party wasn't enough. Now you're splitting it again. You got a half of a half going on right now.
We're so fucked.
16.
All right. So you will notice as lightning starts flying over the water, your follower, who's followed you this far, is floating over the water and following after lightning.
Imagine he's just watching it just float away, like, oh.
Yeah, I just kind of like go to the edge of the water, look at it, and then go like, nope.
He's just like, oh, okay.
It's next level that I can summon Hippocanti.
So what was that?
I was saying it's next level that I can summon Hippocanti to help.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
100%.
Lightning, as you are flying over, you hear the whispers over the water, and you get the sense that he's still there following.
Lightning sighs and it's like, yeah, I fucking did it! Jesus! I get it. God, by the Sun Queen or by the Nightmare or whatever you people. Ah. Lightning gets struck by lightning. Does she make it to the ship?
You do, except you hear a longer whisper than your name.
Oh. I'm getting a big whisper?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Gird your loins.
Nice sensual whisper in my terrified ears. Well, by Blaze! Fuck it, I watch Blaze now. No. Lightning does not make a Blaze worshiper.
Just make sure I did. Okay.
Going to return once the ship is fixed. Give me a break, you creepy bastard!
All
God,
right.
excuse me for wanting to do something nice for everyone and get the ship repaired faster. Heavens forbid!
All right, Lightning. You will make it to the ship. I'm guessing you just sort of landing there on.
She does. I forgot the captain's name again.
Swift Gadget?
Swift Gadget?
It was Swift Gadget.
Yay! That was pure memory.
Gadget! Oh, Gadget!
So, as you land and start calling out her name, you hear something sort of rather heavy moving up the stairs. And as you sort of turn to look at it, you see two red eyes coming out of the darkness, followed by something that looks shiny and metal, and a sort of a robotic voice in Sylvan says, basically calls out, "Intruder, intruder will be destroyed," as this mechanical deer comes out onto deck, and it's not moving smoothly, but it's moving. It's not moving very fast, but it's sort of coming towards you relatively slowly.
Oh, that's what you meant by return or face death. Okay, I get it now. You weren't trying to be mean, you were trying to fucking warn me. Okay, bye! She flies off the ship.
You suddenly hear, as you're flying away from the ship, you hear a voice shout out, "Where are you going?"
What?
You hear a voice from the ship go, "Where are you going?"
I'm flying off the ship so the robot deer doesn't kill me.
"It's fine, I'll stop it."
What?
"I'll stop it."
What? You can't stop it.
"It's fine, come back."
She floats back onto the ship. It's calling me an intruder and trying to destroy me!
She's gonna drag
Oh,
you
I
onto
got
that.
you.
Is it? Is it all black, guys?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to just
Oh,
put. Hold on. I'm just going to change the lighting levels. You're going to see the lower floor, but it won't make a difference for this map. Anyway.
global lighting.
Yeah.
She
So,
floats back onto the ship and looks at the robot deer.
Swift Gadgets is the deer sort of, as you land, it sort of turns to you and goes intruder, and comes sort of stands up in its rear legs. Its front hooves turn into sort of change into like hands, almost coming at you is like to grab you. And Swift Gadget comes up and goes, no, hold, add friendly to and she sort of says something in a sort of weird wording to indicate that you are a friend.
Was that ruminant?
I think maybe. I've only seen it written, and I mean, it doesn't. I can get it to talk Sylvan. Can't get it to understand Sylvan all the time.
So you figured out how to turn this thing on then?
It kind of turned on when it was mostly put back together.
You gave me a fucking heart attack, Misty.
I mean,
I thought the goddamn deer had gotten onto the ship somehow and it killed you.
No, we're friends.
Ah. Hey. When's your birthday?
She has a think. I can't actually remember. It's been so long.
Well, regardless, I have a present for you.
Okay. Did
And
you get me
she-
some fairy cider? I'm like.
No, something even better. She reaches into the handy haversack and pulls out the Flux Planar Rico suspension drive.
To say that she lets out a squee noise is definitely an understatement.
Happy birthday.
She'll basically just take it from your and quickly disappear downstairs with it, and
Oh. We'll follow.
you can move yourself to the downstairs.
Hang on, I need to zoom out so it's easier for me. Ah! Oh, what?
Can you not go through walls? Okay,
Oh, it's
Yeah. there you go.
There we go.
I thought I turned off dynamic lighting and everything.
Ooh.
The deer follows very clumsily after you, and basically it sort of always stands very close by as you go below.
How long do you think it take you to fix this baby then?
She drinks a mug of what you assume is probably of alcohol nearby and goes, well, it's easier to disassemble these things than it is to put them back together. But maybe a day to get it put in. Then I'm going to take it upstairs, remove the steering wheel, reintegrate the control panel.
Before you do you mind getting a bit closer to shore? Alexandrite's on the shore waiting for me.
You can take the ship. No, she doesn't have a smaller ship you can take to shore, does she?
No.
I can, but it can't get too close. I mean,
I know, I'm just...
Well, probably could.
Don't you have a lifeboat? I thought you had a lifeboat we could use. Or a little
Yeah, I
rowing boat. A little rowing
thought she
boat.
might have, but there doesn't. There's no one on deck, so I assume she does. Well, she turns around and goes, "Well, actually, it doesn't matter anymore. Hold on to your everything. We're going to shore."
Oh yeah, I suppose it doesn't matter if the ship runs aground. It's made of metal, so it can't be hurt that much. I can't move through walls.
So she steps on the thing, and then the ship sort of gives a lurch and begins to set in off. You sort of shake on your hooves. The deer sort of firmly stays fixed to the ground, not actually being affected, but it follows your every move with its red glowing eyes.
She holds on to the deer, seeing it's fine. Yeah, you're not so bad, you know?
It just goes, hostile contact.
You're alright. I'm gonna call you, we'll get to that later.
Target detained.
Target detained.
Does a 21 beat your CMD?
Wait, does it?
I don't know.
Yes, it does. I have been grappled.
Yes, it has. Detaining
Thank
target.
you for loving me. I love you too.
What do you want to do?
Go, are you? Oh no. Oh god.
Accept your demise.
Yep, I am accepting my demise.
It pins you, or tries to.
I have been pinned.
19, does it? Though?
Yes, I have been pinned.
Oh, okay. You suddenly just taste metal as it pins you to the ground.
Ow.
It just says. It states. It just then goes target detained, and then it just sort of lets go of you and just sort of stands there again, almost like it was doing a program. It finished doing it, and then it just sort of went back to how it was.
Oh, I love you. Oh, you're adorable. You're adorable. I love you. I want to keep you.
And it just stands there watching its red eyes. Alexandrite, on shore, you see the ship moving towards you.
I'm going to step further away from shore just so it doesn't crash into me.
Well, I mean, there's no reason for you to do that. You don't know it's going to crash into shore.
Okay, then I'll stay there, watching it, and if it gets
there does get a point where suddenly it's like where you expect them to probably stop, and you think, "Oh, it'll probably stop there. I can swim that far," but it keeps coming. You're like, "Oh, maybe it's getting closer," and then it's getting closer, and then it's got to the point where you're like, shouldn't they stop?" And you're pretty sure it's not stopping.
Now I'll get out of the way.
You take
walking or you fleeing?
Sorry, what? You gobbled.
Are you walking or are you fleeing?
I am doing kind of a not really a run, but kind of the I think. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll just run. That's
Cool.
That's my little armored body can.
As you decide to get the hell out of there, it was a wise choice, as the ship is clearly coming with a fair bit of speed. You hear the sudden noise as metal clearly hits something a little bit more solid, and it sounds like the ship won. And then you hear the scrape of the ship as it basically glides up onto the land, and stops not too far from from where you were stood, and you probably would have still been stood back as well. Am I happy with that? Cool. You stop yourself flying everywhere, like as it hits the shore and basically bounces around.
She
The
tries to
deer,
go
just sort of,
up.
the deer's sort of hind legs just clamp into the floor and it doesn't move. And
Are there like little grooves for climbing?
Just charge for. I'm trying to just force her through the wall here to get up top deck.
okay, sorry, I forgot you couldn't
Yeah.
walk through walls. The captain will just report that you are climb check to get on, Alexander.
Sorry, what was that?
Climb check to get on deck.
And I will climb on deck.
The captain will go. I'm going to go and sort things out.
Yeah,
And,
you
just
do
walk
that.
down.
I'll help him out. Also, could you call the deer off?
Alexander, wait. I need that climb check.
You need climb check? Okay.
Yeah,
Lightning
climbing on first.
Yeah.
drop
there
some
you go.
rope down for him. Is that okay?
Well, he's already climbing.
Ah.
I'm waiting for the dice roll. There we go.
It's gonna fall.
There we go. That's plenty. As you get on deck, suddenly, Alexandroid, a metallic deer suddenly snaps its head towards you. There's a cry of "Intruder alert! Target to be destroyed!" And it sort of, it's like hoofed sort of turned into like robotic hands as it starts coming towards you.
Oh, he's
I will draw his sword.
no. He's mostly fine. He's a little faulty.
Target will be destroyed as it gets close to you. And it goes to grab at you.
Gadget.
What was it? Plus 12? Yes. So you did have a longsword. The deer now has a longsword.
Oh no! Gadget! The deer has a sword! The deer has a sword! Gadget!
You suddenly screaming, Gadget goes, "Stop!" And then shouts some gibberish. The deer looks like it was about to literally stab you with your own sword, but stops mid sort of ready to stab.
Gadget, control puppy.
She goes, I mean, it kind of works. I mean, you gave it to me in pieces. It's gonna be a bit buggy. And she then says a few odd command things. And it sort of then looks you over almost like it's scanning you. And it then just sort of walks off with your sword and just stands again next to light.
It keeps following me about.
Gadget goes, I don't know why. Maybe
That's
you
fine.
but
I don't mind having a little bit of protection.
she gives a shrug. I don't know.
Oh, but it's got his sword.
She sort of thinks for a moment and then again says a few things, and it just it then just lets go of it. It just falls to the floor, and it lands again on its hands, turning back into.
I like this little puppy. Can we keep it?
Then I will move to take the sword. Well, at least it's something.
As you go and do it, it suddenly stamps on the sword, stopping you from picking it up. Gadget kind of says a few more things, and it doesn't get off it, and she's like,
Oh, I have an idea. She walks over here.
but then it just sort of, after it sort of doesn't move, doesn't do anything, it then suddenly follows lightning.
Well, it keeps following me.
Alexandra will
Gadget gives a shrug.
It's like a puppy.
She will go and go, anyway, to do, don't break it. It took forever. Fix it.
Yeah, we'll just hang out on the ship with the donkey. We need to get the donkey up here.
Oh, yes.
How are we getting the donkey up? Hang on, tie some rope around it. We'll lift it up.
Alexandra will
Yeah,
first of all
tie
tie some
yeah,
rope around the
Who
the
jumps
mule.
off the ship, go and tie the rope around the mule?
Well, she can fly.
Cool.
I was gonna
As
say,
lightning leaves,
Lightning, you should.
as lightning leaves,
Oh wait,
as
no.
lightning-
Yeah.
as lightning leaves, the deer goes and stands next to Alexandra, staring at
Ah.
You're the grim. You're the minor reaper.
it. It just stares at you.
All right, Lightning. It's following me now. I think so.
Oh god, it
Should
didn't jump off the ship after me. So I just realized it might have.
That was my fear too. But
Anyway, she'll tie up the donkey so it can be lifted up. So it can be lifted up safely. The mule.
Okay.
We'll take it off the cart, of course.
Yeah.
That can be lifted up.
You begin the arduous progress of basically getting stuff onto ship rather than land.
Just do 20 on everything.
Yeah, you've got time. As you do that, when you come back on deck, the deer will come stand next to you right now.
Huh?
that seems to have priority over you versus me.
Aw, she head pats the robot D.
What did it say previously? Unauthorized. What did it say the first time when you grabbed hold of it?
I can't actually remember.
So about 5 seconds ago. Like,
Hostile contact?
yeah, that's it. Hostile contact detected. Detaining individual.
Oh, it's doing this again. It's fine. It's just gonna
Okay.
let it do its thing.
It grabs you.
She completely lets it do its thing.
Okay, so you just sort of go 5. Alexandra, you see her then get pinned into the floor by the deer. There's a moment he just holds her there. It then lets her go and just stands.
I see we have a few bugs to work out on this thing.
I love it.
Yes. Go stand on the other side with your new friend, and I'll get the donkey or the mule up.
Yeah. We just take 20s on everything. Oh god, Gadget, we're gonna need you to make sure it doesn't try and kill the mule.
She gives a sigh. She comes up. She waits. Pretty much as predicted. It states intruder alert, but Gadget is there to intervene relatively quick.
Sorry, I'll buy you a beer when we get to Villager Town.
She grumbly goes, "You better." And then she goes, as she takes another swig from her flask. Down.
Oh my god, this is completely worth it. I don't care about I don't care what Milk is going to say. He is going to see the benefit in this, or I'm going to throw him into the ocean.
Well, if nothing else, our metal friend here could be useful for the fight that's coming up. We can just drop him in the middle of the army.
Perfect. Wait,
Still
Milk
don't hear
or Robot?
Sorry, what was that, Lightning? You were crackly there.
Wait, Milk or the robot?
I mean, at this point, maybe both.
So obviously you guys force march. So the night is wearing on.
Oh,
Obviously you will probably have to look at probably getting some well sleep, given that you operate in not
yeah.
as long sleep as normal.
Let's get some sleep.
Yeah.
Let's have some sex too.
Are you sure you want to do that with your new puppy watching?
What's it gonna do? Record us?
No, but it would feel weird to do it while, you know.
Maybe you can join in.
But yes, you retire to the room with the beds in. It will follow you in there. It will stand next to the bed, and it will stand there and watch you with its red glowing eye.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
well,
dun, dun,
you can watch. She goes to sleep.
You just know there.
Alexandrite will. It'll take a while, probably. With actually, first Alexandrite's gonna detect evil just to make sure.
On what? The robot?
Yeah.
You detect no evil.
Okay.
It's a robot.
I hadn't seen the Reaper pony, so I thought it possessed the deer. Speaking of, is the Reaper still here or?
I mean, you can still get the sense that it is about. It's again, you still catch it out of eyes when you're on up deck. Below deck, you don't see it. At least you haven't noticed it.
And detect evil is I have to focus on a particular thing, so I can't just scan the room for.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not like Ori in Pokemon. Also, it's 12. It's 10 past 12. I got 20 minutes on my game.
Yep. I was just going to say was here, so it's going to take Gadget a bit of time to get said ship done and over
Oh,
to.
wait. Sorry. I just realized, would we have noticed that we accidentally brought along our samurai?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. You were laughing.
Would this be the point we accidentally noticed we brought along our samurai? Because we were bringing everything on the ship?
Well, we'll find out where they might end up.
We have to see if the samurai consents to this or not.
So there is some XP to be rewarded for stuff.
Ooh.
Alright. So reporting in about not Silver Dream, Galloping Down does earn some XP, and getting so that's for the Galloping Down stuff. Then getting the Flux Planar thingy bobby. I never remember how. I'll give it its name. I can't remember it. You guys get that much XP.
Suspension drive.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, look at that. 2 jobs in one session.
Yeah. Oh
Alright.
man, so bad to split up the
Or-
party, guys. Wow. 2,000 XP
mean-
from leveling up.
So our current total XP is 33,129, correct?
Yeah,
Cool. What is level 7? 35?
Yeah.
35, yeah.
Okay.
Or
Man.
2,000.
Oh, so fucking close.
We're
You
so
can
close.
just taste it.
I know. Level 2 spells for me.
Leadership skill.
It's okay. It's okay. Our samurai will be back next week, and then we can all beat him up and spread out his XP among us. We'll get to level 7 for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let me have a look. You guys sick?
Mhm.
CR6.
Oh, we can kill the Grim Reaper pony.
No, you
Did you look it up? I'm pretty sure it's a bit higher CR than what we're used to.
Well, the actual Grim Reaper, I believe, is CR 19. This is a minor Reaper, so not quite as tough as
Yeah.
him.
Still,
Oh,
I
man.
recall correctly, it's still a pretty high creature.
What a comparison. We're levels.
I have seen the stats of the Grim Reaper who can summon minor Reapers, and yeah, he's no slouch.
Of course he's not.
The minor reapers could summon minor reapers. But anyway, that's your XP for your craziness, what you've done so far.
We challenged
So,
on top.
Milk and Nightshine, have a think what you'd be doing 4 days, because that's as long as it's going to take them to return a flying ship.
Okay, during this time, Milk Thistle is going to take advantage of the downtime and be crafting. I'll get you the list of the scrolls that I need to replace, and I'll be sure to deduct that from the gold that I have. For the rest of the time, Milk Thistle will be assisting in the temple. So, doing whatever tasks that require upkeep within the temple, offering prayers, working with the other clerics, assisting in whatever way possible, especially in the punishment of lightning and Alexandrite. But
Yep. Also, Nightshine, we'll have to do each day with you because of altitude saves and stuff, but we'll save that to next week. But there'll still be stuff happening to you, Lightning and Alexandrite.
Actually, I would suggest we do something besides waiting, like going somewhere else.
like I can understand why you would want to, but I don't think it's wise.
I don't think it's wise to hope they will come back.
Like I do have plans on using a hero point the next time the GM's focused on us. Because Alexandra, you did use a hero point before. Was it to hamper the demon or the army's progress?
It was the demon.
Okay. I think I can do something similar to hamper the army.
Wait, you can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Only once, but you can do it.
All right.
That's once per group rather than once per player.
Oh, so it's already been done. We can't do it anymore.
Oh no, the demon has been hampered once, so they can't do that again. The army is something different.
Okay. Then yeah, Milk Thistle will be doing that. That will certainly buy us some time. And other than that, Milk Thistle would be discussing summons, because it seems like we may not have enough bodies who are well trained enough to face off against this army like the castle wants. So we may have to look to summons or even undead to fill out our ranks.
But yeah, we can go into some of those bits a little bit more. If people have an idea what they do want to do for next week, we'll hopefully get through like the individual bits and get the track together, and you guys will be underway questing after you have your moment of you walk away from us and
Milk?
Yes, Mitch.
How are you going to craft without money?
I have 1,365 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, okay.
Alright. I'm gonna close the stream now, so everyone say goodbye.
I'll be there.
Splitting the
Bye,
party is
stream.
okay, guys.
It's not.
It's not really. It's not.
I will defend splitting the party. It
It
can
was
be a viable solution to getting multiple things.